Hi everyone! So today I'm gonna do a little bit of a different video. It's currently taking place riots all over Indonesia and it's due to an election. And I wanted to talk about it a little bit, give my opinions about it, and since I really want to be like fact straight and not lose my point, I'm gonna have a teleprompt here. That's why you will see my eyes kind of go down a little bit. I'm sorry for that, but everything is written by me except a small part from Wikipedia. And I hope that this will be an interesting video for you. So right now there are riots raging through Indonesia due to the results of the election they just got out announced a couple of days ago, where the winner Widodo was announced after nearly 1 month of counting votes, just to make sure that no cheating was taking place after allegations from the loser, General Prabowo Subianto. Worth noticing, he already lost 3 times earlier. This has taken time for the results to come out. It's not really a surprise. Indonesia has the 3rd biggest democratic election in the world. Only USA and India is bigger. India's election, for example, is being spread over a duration of 6 weeks. Indonesia's election is taking place only in 1 day all over the country. It means 17,000 islands and more than 192 million people on the same day voting. This do result in the world's most complex election. So the issues that are occurring is not really a surprise, and to make you all a little bit more aware if you are clueless like I was, or to give you my opinion and perspective here if you're already kind of well read on the situation, I decided to do this video. I want to sum up the situation from a BULE perspective. So it all started in May 1998, riots in Indonesia, and they are also called the 98 tragedies. There were incidents of mass violence, demonstration and civil unrest of a racial nature, and it occurred throughout Indonesia. The rise was triggered by economical problems including food shortage, mass unemployment, and eventually led to the resignation of the President Suharto and the fall of the New Order government. Main targets of the violence were ethnical Chinese. However, most of the casualties occurred among the Javanese Indonesian looters due to a massive fire. More than 1,000 people died, and at least 168 cases of rape was reported. And today we are facing a fear of the same event repeating itself here in Jakarta, Indonesia. So right now we are in a position where we have rumors about 6 deaths. It's currently unconfirmed since the riots are still happening. And we have heard about around 200 people being injured. There are car burnings, rallies all over the cities. Many ambassadors are sending out warnings, not mine, hello Sweden, to not go out if it's absolutely not necessary. Schools close up early, jobs are closing up early or didn't start at all today. So the election results was actually supposed to be announced earlier yesterday, but they made it instead the day before, just to help kind of get off with the riots. If it helped, we can't really say, but hopefully it actually did decrease the angry mob since they got caught off guard. And right now, armies and police, tens of thousands of people, are on high alert throughout the city and country. So what is this fight about this time? And why is the democracy kind of threatened here right now? Well, the general and loser has been able to create doubt in the election, pointing fingers towards cheating. An election supervising agency dismissed all claims of systematic cheating earlier already on Monday due to lack of evidence. And independent observers and analysts have already said that the poll was free and fair. The general then said, even thought all of this evidence that it was presented, that he will challenge the official election result in the Constitutional Court. That's where we are today. So we know that Prabowo supporters are mostly men, affiliated with hardline Muslim groups and parties. The people who voted for him in this election were mostly from provinces that are considered conservative Muslims, such as Aceh, that is the only province here in Indonesia that do enact on Sharia laws as the law of the country, no, like in the land there. So even thought a lot of people believe that this is a struggle between like the moderate and the hardline conservative Muslims. I really personally think like this is gonna be a fight between the election loser and no one. The party have already won, and they're kind of pleased with the results. They're staying away from the riots and simply letting the losers hang with themselves and the police. So my personal opinion here is that men should be kind of temporarily cancelled from politics. I'm obviously saying this due to the political situation right now in America. Get your hands off my uterus, thank you very much. But the situation here do also obviously strengthen my point a little bit. This is a fight purely for the sake of fighting. There would be very few changes political if you look from the outside perspective. No really extreme benefit would come out of it if the JOKOWI-PRABOWO would have won instead of the current winner, JOKOWI-PRABOWO. It's not a fight for life and death or justice. They will really, it's just like a cucumber measuring competition of power, whom some reason also the people are joining into. Probably this is just like a mob mentality effect where like people are joining in just for the sake of swinging fists around them, making absolutely no difference except spreading fear and terror. Only in their own people, just back in 1998. Very funny, very nice. And this is my main pricking issue. They are provoking fights all over the country. People are jumping for the best chance they have to smack each other's jaws off. For no reason. There's absolutely nothing this country will benefit from this fight. Since democracy has already been followed, the politics has really not so big difference between the guys. It's just different leadership styles. And the people right now are fighting the rich man's fight, only sacrificing their own life and safety, just like it has taken place so many times before. So obviously me and many other people are outraged, since people right now, mostly only men, are out fighting fights without a cause all the time. The election has, after all officials been looking into it, taking place in the right way. These rallies don't really have an effect. They're not going to win the democratic vote. They're not going to change anything. They're just going to fight. Again, like always. And it pisses me off, like always, that the people cannot learn from their previous mistakes. And it's now the people affected by this racial war, and women being at the biggest risk for their safety. As always, this religious war claims victims who do not really want to fight. And where we are right now is that our phones don't really work. They seem to be cut off. Even when you're on Wi-Fi, it's actually very hard to reach out. Why is it like this? We can only guess, of course. But as always, this will not lead to anything good. We already had the democratic vote. It's already done. And my whole point of this is like people are just fighting for fighting. None of these people will survive in a better way if they would have won. It's not that they are fighting for the social justice for the people. They're just fighting for money and power, and it's just this measurement of power. Totally not related to the millions and millions of people living here. But still they got them to fight, which is what countries are doing all over the world, all of the time. And I'm really sad to see this step backward, yet again, yet in another country. Today, 2019. Thank you for me. If you want to know more, read on official pages. As I said, this is just a very brief summarization. It's just a BULE perspective from the whole area. There's just a female perspective from the whole thing. And leave me a comment. Let me know if you want to know something else. Ciao.